All right, welcome back to Project GoodSpeed, guys. On today's video, the Civic is finally gonna get the interior, replaced. So let's get started. So the Civic has finally been taken to the shop. They were able to get rid of the AC refrigerant, and they were only charging me half because I didn't need the, full thing. So, we are in the process of trying to restore the interior on this little hatchback. And it's taking me a really long time to get to this point, really. It only took about 20 minutes to get the whole thing extracted, and we were back on the road, which now means we can move on to installing the modified AC system. I kind of got started last night. This is the heater core housing, that's the evaporator housing, and I think I do have a fan housing. I think it's back there somewhere. And we're gonna go ahead and just remove the entire dashboard and everything in there. It is currently the end of August, and here in California, for some reason, we're having a heat wave. For those of you who don't know, we have been trying to modify and restore the interior on this little hatchback for months now. Actually, it's probably been closer to a year since I have started looking for the parts, and it's only been the last couple of weeks that I have had them in my possession. So now we can go ahead and actually get started with this, series. Today we are just removing the dash and I'm taking a look at all of the components inside. Part of the process is, doing stuff like this. It's just removing things, right? Not every video is about installing brand new shit. And I am just realizing how terrible my fucking glove box is. Look at this. We might need to get a new one from the junkyard. It's about 100 degrees out. Well, it's about 95 degrees outside. In my garage, however, it's about 110. In the Civic, it's like 120. Dude, it's fucking hot, man. I'm probably only gonna be able to stay in here like 10 minutes at a time before I start just drenching my shirt in sweat. I'm not even joking. Look at this. Just fucking drenched in it. That's another thing I gotta fix. Look at that. For some reason, this door is crooked. This one, perfectly fine. I'm not even touching it. I can put it here. I can put it way out there. Not a problem. This one. Yep, moving on. Because I am dealing with the airbag here, I want to make sure there's no juice left in it when I'm removing this as well. So I'm going to go ahead and unplug it. 30 minutes from now, we will keep at it. Maybe it'll cool down a little bit more. But one thing I do want to mention is I'm going to have to keep an eye on all of this wiring stuff, I don't know if I mentioned this, but my Civic is literally a freaking haywire of just junk in there. It's just all messed up in there, the wiring. I tried to fix it as best as I could. But even my shoddy workmanship is no match for, laziness. So I'm going to go ahead and try to fix it while the dashboard is out. Hopefully I'll be able to wire in my custom speaker wires into the existing wire harness. Now that I found out how to depin the wires, I should be able to make something happen. So after removing so many of these dashboards, it's pretty straightforward. Like the bezel and the cluster here. Got one bolt here, one bolt right at the top, dead center underneath that vent, another bolt on the other side, right over there, kind of in the same position as here. And then we've got one bolt there, one bolt down the middle, and then one bolt on the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And not to mention any other bolts that might be attached to it, like accessories, like the glove box brace. But that should take care of all of the screws. The only thing still holding it now in place will probably be the wires that I'll need to disconnect. Hopefully you guys can see some of this stuff. This camera lens is shitty at night. Once it gets dark, it looks like a vintage phone. Shot all this footage. What exactly is still interesting? How is it so hot, man? It's like 8 o'clock at night. Literally, the sun has gone down. Look at that view, man. Beautiful California sky. I'm gonna die out here. Look at that. 100 degrees, bro. Why? The summer is literally over. Plastics are breaking everywhere. Look at that. That piece broke off. That piece over there broke off. The piece from my VIN. And this is very heavy. Not to mention The wires are always the ones that get you, man. Everything just gets caught up on anything, you know? So the only thing left to do now, shit, is to try to maneuver it out the way. Dude, seriously. Oh man, this is not good. This is not good. Ow! Let's try this again. I think everything has been removed. Hopefully now. That's not good. Speakers. Oh shit. What is that? Oh, the airbag. There we go. Oh fuck. Awkward position. Woo. Man, that only took, wow, that took about an hour, but only because I kept dragging because it got so hot. Now I've been slowly trying to gather all the parts that I need over these last few weeks from multiple junkyards all over the place. Actually, it's been about a year since I've been trying to collect the interior. As you guys can see, everything has been gutted in the little Civic now, and we are just ready to finally install it back in there. I've got so many extra pieces just lying around everywhere. Hopefully I remember all the bolts. But I covered up my AC system here, which I've already modified. I was able to remove the dash, and that did not go so easy. This is the old one here. You guys can see here, it has my push start hole right there. And it just shattered. It just broke here again. This piece just completely broke off. Same thing with that corner there, and a few other pieces here and there. The install process is gonna take a little bit longer, just because I need to make sure I plan accordingly for when I decide to fix my mess of a wiring system. I think I mentioned before that the speaker system has not been, it's not OEM. You guys can see that white wire there, right there. That's the speaker wire for this. And the blue and green here is the speaker wires for the ones in the rear, which are not OEM colors. So I had to wire all that stuff in myself, and I didn't do a good job of, you know, placing it where it's not in the way, basically. So I got to find a way to reroute all of this stuff. Same time, I need to find a way to kind of pre-wire all of the wires that I'm going to need for the manual door conversion, which is proving to be a logistical nightmare, to be honest. But more on that later. On today's video, it's basically just doing this, removing and getting all of the AC system parts ready. As we can see here, I think I cleaned it up pretty good the last time I touched it, but still dirty and worth an overhaul. All of these, you look, oh perfect, look at this. You see the foam? That is pretty much non-existent. There is absolutely no seal around any of these. And that's probably why every time I would be driving this thing in the winter, I could feel heat coming from underneath the dash. So all of that is just escaping, which also means when the AC is on, it's also escaping and not getting to me. So as good as the AC is now, it's only gonna get better. And they are pretty straightforward to take out, really. I think the only one that's tough is probably the heater core. Oh shit, I do need to drain the coolant, so that does need to come off. And I also have a nifty little air filter now, which I can also replace, but more on that later. Oh man, RIP my OEM dashboard. Look at this. I need to be really careful when I'm installing the new one, because if I don't have an extra set of hands, this is probably gonna happen again, so noted. Unfortunately, when I installed my speaker wires here, I installed them a little too short, and I had to makeshift the path that they took, and unfortunately it wasn't one that could be removed easily, so I had to chop all these wires off to get the harness to come out. And you know what, I'm probably just going to replace the cluster here, the main wire harness, this one here. You guys can see it's seen better days, so I'm just going to probably just take one from the junkyard. All right, I've disconnected everything. I think it should just fall right out now. Oh, I always forget there's always one more, man. Okay, there we go. See, yeah, this fan is just trash, man. There are no seals on there whatsoever. As for this evaporator, we need to be careful because we do need to measure how much oil is left in here so we can transfer it into the new one. Not as messy as I thought it would be, but the heater core has now been disconnected from those 2 pipes that are right there. So now I just have to undo those bolts inside and push it out. The main heater core housing has been removed. The evaporator housing and the fan housing are all out. All I have to do now is actually just, replace everything back in there. So these are my AC components, which I was able to remove yesterday. To replace them, I've got some modified ones here. The 3 old parts of my AC system are going to be replaced by 3 new ones that have been modified and fixed. As you guys can see here, the foam seals have been replaced, and the current ones are just sad excuses for a seal, which probably is due to, wear and tear, but that's probably the reason why my AC system was trash. You guys can see this here. All of these seals are just non-existent. So all of these seals, foam, should help prevent any of that. Pretty much been prepped for today. So the only thing that's left to do is just replace some of the sensors and a few other things, right? The fan here needs to be replaced from the old one to the new one here. This one was bought without one because they charge you extra for that. And I also need to replace this actuator. And I think I might also replace this sensor here. I think this is a relay. I want to make sure that this one does work, and because this one I think looks a little weird and it might be busted, so I'd rather not risk it. I don't know if that's normal or not, but I don't care. For the evaporator here, both of these evaporators are from Honda CR-Vs, I think. And what that does for my Civic is it gives me the option to install an air filter, which is located, it's located right here. You see, this is the tray, slides out, you can add a filter. And I'm gonna just toss that one out, and I've got a new one ready to go. I'm gonna replace this sensor on the evaporator, and I'm also going to replace this expansion valve, because this is the one from the OEM factory, I believe, and I actually put a new one on this one here. So I'm going to take that one and put it right in here. Then the only thing left to do is I need to measure out the oil as best as I can by just draining that one, and then see how much I have, so that when I drain this one, I'll just replace it with the same amount that I took off of the old one. I'm going to be replacing it with this PAG 46 oil, so it should be pretty much straightforward. And almost perfect. All that's left to do is replace this sensor here, because we need our EG hatch one, because the CR-V ones from this housing are too short to reach the plug, this plug here. So it's supposed to go back here, but this one doesn't have it. See this one here? This does. Well, it's fine. I think I should be able to replace this top piece with the other one. All I gotta do is clean this up and tape it up. Now, time to add the 13 mils of refrigerant oil here. I don't really know where it's supposed to go. I'm sure it will recirculate at some point. And that's it. I just taped it up here, and we'll just let it rest until it's time to go back in. That cannot get any moisture in it, and we don't want the oil in there falling out. So, and then for the heater core housing here, the only thing that's left to do on this one is actually just replace the heater core. This is the old one that I have, and I'm just gonna leave that in here. This is probably just gonna be tossed, and we're just gonna install a heater core on this one. I don't think I have, oh no wait, I have to replace this sensor as well, or the actuator. So we're gonna put it all the way to the top, because that's how I removed it. And there we go. And I'll see if there's any other sensors, but I think it's just this actuator here. So yeah, and then I'll just give it a quick look over to make sure everything actually works properly. And we're gonna go ahead and just leave this ready to install for another day. Now that I've told you everything that I'm gonna do with these, with some clever editing, I don't need to wait and shoot any more shots at this. So we're gonna move on. All of these wiring issues really are going to be addressed later on. I'm going to try to fix them now, but it's not really super important. So if anything, I'll just put some B-roll shots of me replacing this instrument harness here. And I will talk more about the power door harness that I also install in the back end, right? You guys don't need to see that now. I'll add that onto the power door video, so we can address that later on. So what I'm going to do now is wait to install all of those AC components until I install these electrical ones, and then we can put everything back in there. But I want to make sure that the electrical wires needed for these doors right, go in there before the AC system, because I think it'll look a lot nicer if they go behind the AC system instead of in front like that cable there, which is a gigantic mess to look at. So look at this cable here, man. How many times has this wire been spliced? For what reason? What fucking okay. That's gonna be it for this video, guys. Until I figure out this wiring issue, I'm not gonna really do too much talking about that. I still don't know exactly what I'm gonna do, but at least now I have all of the old AC components out and the new ones prepped and ready to go. All that's left is once I figure this issue out, we're just gonna throw it back in there. And I'm actually gonna figure it out off camera. So on the next video, we're gonna go ahead and install, well, actually there's a lot of electrical gremlins I gotta deal with. So I might do another video on that, and then we can install all the other stuff. However, I'm going to stick with this, and we're gonna go ahead and just get the entire interior situated in the little hatchback, because it's about time. So until next time, guys, take care and good speed. Let's go, baby.